Hare Krishna. We may be theists philosophically, but still be atheists practically. Theism and atheism are not just systems of belief or schools of thought, they are also modes of living. Normally, people who are atheists we normally think of people who disbelieve in God or who reject God's existence. Some people are even militant atheists or anti-theists who campaign against God. And if we are somewhat spiritually inclined, then we will normally say that, oh, I'm not an atheist, I'm a theist. And we may even give reasonings and argument to to support the existence of God. So philosophically, we may accept that God exists, and we may even argue to persuade others that God exists. But at the same time, practically, we may be just like atheists. Basically, what is atheism? Atheism is not just the rejection of God's existence. It is essentially ultimately pragmatic. What does it mean? If God doesn't exist, then I can do whatever I want to do, and my conduct does not have to be moderated or regulated by any external standard of morality or by any external source of authority. Now, many people who are nominally or philosophically theists may be practically atheists. That means in their day-to-day life, God doesn't matter. They act just like materialistic people, and they don't think in terms of God and how I should be pleasing Him or what I should be doing in order to harmonize myself with the realities of His existence. They don't think about these things at all. All that they think of is simply, okay, what do I want to do? What is my desire and how can I fulfill it? So, such people may even go to temples, and in terms of or temples or churches or mosques, and they may appear to be even practical theists because they are doing these activities of going to temples, but there also they are still materialistic, and sometimes they are more materialistic and more judgmental than average people, because they think that because of their devotion they have a right to material prosperity. They often are followers of prosperity theology, or they think that because of their devotion they are more intelligent and they are morally superior and they can look down upon others and they condemn others. So of course most people who are functionally materialistic, for them God is a non-entity, not in the terms of not that He doesn't exist, but that He doesn't matter. And this was the attitude of Duryodhana. At the start of the Bhagavad Gita, he assessed the armies on both sides and mentioned the names of their most prominent leaders. He begins in 1.4 by declaring Atra Shura Maheshwasa Bhima Arjuna Samayudhi Yudhano Viratascha Maharatha. So he goes on and gives a list of various warriors, but he starts with, oh, here are many warriors comparable to Bhima and Arjuna. These two were the most formidable warriors on the Pandavas side. But beyond this, when he gives a list of both the armies, at the end he says, he doesn't mention Krishna at all. Aparyaptam asmakam balam bhima bhirakshitam paryaptam tvedame tesham bhishma bhirakshitam. So he says that our strength is immeasurable, whereas the strength of the Pandavas is just finite, it's insignificant. So he doesn't think that Krishna, the unlimited being, is on the opposite side, therefore their strength will be unlimited. So thus here he is deluded, and if you look at the Mahabharata, he would perform religious rituals, which obviously implied that he accepted the existence of some higher power, some higher being or beings. But still that did not change the materialism and the ego and the envy that was the driving force of his life. So similarly, we too may be philosophically theists, but we may be practically atheists. So by making God at the center of our life and by basing our decisions on our relationship with God, on what will please Him, what will harmonize with Him, then we can become not just philosophical theists but also practical theists, and thus we can practically elevate our consciousness from the material level to the spiritual level, thereby liberating ourselves from a stressful material existence. Thank you. Hare Krishna.